I started watching Scarpetta.
Okay.
I think it's on Prime.
Was it K Scarpetta?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it off of a book series?
Yes. I'm pretty sure it's off the Patricia Cromwell book series.
Oh, okay. See, I've never read them.
Oh,
But
you've never read them?
no, I've never read them.
Oh my God, I was obsessed with them.
Is it like a 2000s or something? Or
Yeah, I mean, if I had to like think back to when I actually was reading the book series, yeah, I would say 2000s, beginning 2000s.
well, I was like wishing I was watching it with you because
She's like a medical examiner, right?
yeah,
Or
forensic pathologist,
Yes.
which is like the coolest thing ever.
I know.
But I was wishing that you were there with us because we watched the first episode and they were saying stuff like, "Oh, he's a non-secretor," and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Oh.
And I had to Google it, and then I'm like, I'm either going to get something really gross when I Google this, and I was like, I need someone to explain it to me because I don't understand.
Yeah, it's like if you're secreting like certain like antigens into like your semen or your your blood.
Because I was like, what does that matter, and how would that help them like decide if somebody was who they were? And they're like, oh, he's a non-secretor, and so is this other guy. And I'm like, is that rare? I don't even know. Like, how would they know that? But you it's like they have to test it, right? They would have to test their
It's not like men just walk around and they're like, I know I'm a non-secretor.
No, a man would be like, I'm a secretor, hard 100 all day, secretor.
And women are like, please don't bring that over
They're
here.
like, ew, keep it to yourself.
I don't need that.
Thanks, no thanks.
Yeah. No. Pass. Hard pass.
I think it's time to start the podcast.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you. Hey, this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Oh my God, we're back.
We're back.
Feels like we've been doing this for a really long time, and it's only like episode 4 or 5 or 7. I don't even know what we're at. Right? I should be able to keep count, but I can't. I can't do it. It's
well, in our defense too, we do have the behind the pod, so it feels like a lot more episodes.
Yeah,
than it actually is. And also, when you've listened to it like 20,000
yeah,
times.
I've re-listened. I'm like, I have to listen to it, and then I have to. We do edits, and then I'm like, and then producer Binky comes in, and he's like, I fixed all of it, and I'm like, it sounds amazing. And then I'm like, now I uploaded it. I have to listen again, so we have at least one person has streamed our podcast. So it's like at this point, I'm like, haven't we recorded like 45 by now? I think we have. Yeah.
Yes. I love them all. It's like, oh, you're little babies.
But I think we're whittling stuff down for formats. I mean, we're figuring stuff out.
Yeah, we're trying to like refine a little bit.
We're trying to not just be like tangent all the time. Like, we're gonna do some questions, I think, to start again with producer Binky, because we're trying to like
have a little more focus,
have you guys get to know us. We have some questions, then we get into our topic, and we will definitely tangent. I'm sorry, it's just that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but we're gonna try and tangent a little less.
Maybe. A little less, yeah.
But at some point, I want to talk about this other show that I found.
What?
Have you started watching Vladimir?
Oh my God. Yes.
That's a great tease. Let's ask some questions first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, the professor's here, and he's like, get it together.
He's like, stay focused.
All right, ladies. Question number 1. What's the one thing people often misunderstand about you?
That I'm nice.
I don't think that. Wait, they think you're nice and you're not?
No, they don't think I'm nice, but I actually am.
Oh,
I'm joking. I was just...
No, actually, mine is, one of mine is that I think people think
that you're a bitch.
That I'm such a bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe I am, but here's the thing.
No,
it's because I'm anxious. I'm quiet, and I'm
always
anxious.
Constantly have resting bitch face.
Oh, and I do. I have subway face, which is don't talk to me, don't mess with me, don't engage with me.
Yeah.
It's like you're in New York, you're on the subway, you got to have that face. You got to have the, don't come up to me and ask me for money. Don't ask me or try to hit on me. Don't look at me. Don't think about it. And so, like, I have permanent subway face. And so, and also in a group, like, obviously we have a podcast, so I'm chitty chatty, but like in a group, I'm very quiet. And I'm nervous. And then people think I'm judging them and I'm being bitchy. And I'm like, I'm really not. I'm just in my own head and I'm stressing out.
Well, so in my defense, I pay Amy Hicks from Downtown Med Spa a lot of money to help me
not make sad face
and not be making the resting bitch face all the time.
You're like, I have so much Botox in my face that I'm trying not to look like that.
I'm like, if I stopped going to Amy, you would be like, oh God.
No, Yeah, I think that's like one of my number one. And then also people think I'm quiet if they don't know me, but really like I'm quiet out, and then I get home and I'm so loud and all the crazy comes out because I've been holding it in.
I think for me, it would be like this misconception that I am a confident person, but because I'm a confident person, that must mean I like being in groups and group settings and stuff like that. And I really don't. If I was like...
You want like smaller one-on-one vibes?
Like walking into a conference.
You do so well though.
But it kills me.
And you
like
love public speak. Like you're so good at public speaking.
That doesn't faze me though. Like that doesn't bother me.
Oh, because it's like a distance. Like you're speaking to a crowd, but you're not like in a group of 20 people. Like I guess, is there like a disconnect?
I don't know. For me, it's like if I walk into a room and it's just like a room of people, I'm like immediately overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
And for me, I'm like,
people you don't know or people you know.
Like
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna immediately go and try and find somebody I know and like connect with them one-on-one, so I feel less intimidated. But I think because I'm a confident person, people must think, oh, well, you're always the confident person then. So it means no matter where you are,
or in every aspect of your life, you're confident, and you're not. I don't mean that to be mean, but you're not.
No, but that's true.
But but what's funny is I'm the opposite. Like I am very not confident in a group, but I'm actually independently like confident about things. Like I know what I want, I get it done, I do it. But you wouldn't know that because I'm so neurotic and I'm stressed all the time. But I'm really like, I know what I want. Yeah. All
right. Question number 2: do you consider yourself religious or spiritual?
Oh gosh,
that's easier for you, I think.
Why?
Because I would say yes, you're religious.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I mean, that goes back to like what I think you were just saying with the confidence. Like in a small setting, like you know who you are and you know what you want. Like you converted from being raised a Methodist to Judaism. Like you are religious. And
but the thing is, I picked a religion that's very like, if you get 2 Jews together, you'll have 3 opinions. Like, that's why I like it, because they're like, there is no flat, like, if you're reform, like modern reform Jewish, like, I'm not talking about like super traditional. I'm talking about like the new modern reform. Like, it's very like, oh, you know, not everybody knows, and you are supposed to ask questions about your religion, and you're not just supposed to let anybody tell you what it is, and you're supposed to wrestle with God, and you're supposed to do all that. So like for me, I picked the religion that is like, you know, we don't know. They're like, is there heaven? And they're like, I mean, and they're like, is there hell? And they're like, well, are we in it? And it's like, you know, it's a very like wishy-washy. But I also love aspects of like every religion. Like mom's Catholic.
That's what I was going to say.
And I
too.
love Catholicism because in the tradition, which is also in Judaism. But like, so I kind of have like, I like the melting pot of religion. I find the history of it. Of theology.
I feel like, yes, I'm a spiritual person. I don't know that at this point in my life, like I necessarily identify with any one religion. And I will say, just like you.
You always say you're like Jew adjacent.
Yes. No, I would say like I'm a tangential Jew, or I'm Jew adjacent, or like
I'm like part Catholic, because we went to a Methodist church, but our mom is Catholic and our dad didn't convert for them to get married. It was like he had to convert if they were going to get married. So mom's like, no, we'll just do it like in a Methodist, and then we'll go to Methodist church and stuff. And so, but we know all of the Catholic stuff because of mom.
Yeah.
So, like the saints and all the things, like we know it.
But we're also, I'm like, I want to celebrate every holiday. Like I want to celebrate Diwali. Like,
Diwali. I'm like, sure, I'm in.
I'm like, yes.
Our neighborhood has like so many different cultural vibes in it.
Yeah.
And we have like people who celebrate that, and then it's like Lunar New Year, and then it's like, I'm the one Jew, I think. And then it's like, you know, Christmas, and I'm always like, and they decorate, and I'm into it. I'm like, oh, what are we celebrating now?
I know. I'm like, I just want a good party, but please don't invite a lot of people.
We've also lived a lot of places where we had different, like we've said this before, but like in Texas, I had a lot of Asian friends, and I celebrated Lunar New Year with them.
Yeah. And then when we moved to South Florida,
it was
huge Jewish population,
and that's Catholic.
And I feel like I mean, you learned about keeping kosher, and
we had friends who kept kosher. We had all the things.
You learn about
went to
the
a bar
holidays.
mitzvah.
I was going to say, because you're babysitting too, and you're
you
babysitting people of different backgrounds. And
you
different
have to
cultures
understand
and
what
stuff.
they're doing.
Exactly.
Make
And
sure their
so-
kids don't do something that's going to upset them.
Yes, because that's how you get the gig the second time, right? You don't give the
didn't
kids
give the
like
kid
unkosher food.
bacon wrapped shrimp.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a no-no if you're traditional, just in case you didn't know this. Shrimp's a no-no, bacon's a no-no, bacon wrapped shrimp's a major no-no.
Now, speaking of food, if you had to eat the same thing for lunch for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Tacos.
Oh, it would be either tacos. Okay, so I have an answer if I could eat gluten.
Okay.
If I could eat gluten, I would have a Publix veggie sub.
I thought you were going to say cake.
No, we didn't say like a dream thing that you could. No, I'd be like 1,000 pounds. I do love Publix cake, and that's like one of the saddest things for me that I can't eat it. But no, I would be like a Publix veggie sub. But since I can't do that because I can't have their like bread and stuff, it would definitely be tacos.
I feel like
100%.
tacos
all
for
the
me.
way.
Yeah.
Any kind of taco.
Mexican food.
I love a veggie taco. Not a lot of places do that though.
Yeah.
I get
that's
iffy
true.
about meat sometimes.
What is the one thing that you are really bad at that you wish you could do better?
Oh, I know. Whistle. I cannot whistle. Hold on. Okay.
You can't whistle.
Okay, here we go.
Do you know the only reason I can't?
That's the best I can do.
So here's my full disclosure. I can whistle,
Oh.
but the Botox has made it so I can't
Oh my
whistle.
God. Botox strikes again.
There's this thing called a lip flip where they like do Botox around your lip here.
But like under your lip?
No, like on the outside here.
Oh, okay,
Like,
your microphone's blocking.
yeah,
I
I'm
can't
like
see.
here.
You're like, look behind this microphone.
So like on the top like rim of your lip, like the edge of it, and then the bottom,
Oh.
and it basically helps your lip turn upwards. And
Oh,
make
to give
your
you a bigger
lip-
pouty lip.
Yes, and so whenever I first get it done, it's like trying to drink through a straw or something like that. I'm like drooling on myself. It's
Oh my
really
God, that's
bad.
amazing.
Amy will text me and be like, "How's the lip flip going?" I'm like, "It's great."
You're like, no,
I can't get toothpaste out of my mouth because I can't spit.
Oh my God. I did not know that because I will not do that.
So like I can whistle, but I'm also like, I don't know if I should try right now. But so I would say the thing that I'm really bad at that I wish I could do better and that I'm like super jealous of is accents. I can't do an accent.
Oh yeah, you can't.
And you always do accents, and I'm so freaking jealous all the
so
time.
mad at me when I do an accent though. Like I'm not gonna be able to do it right now because we're on the spot. But like I'll do something and I'll like switch it from like Australian to Kiwi, and you're just like, oh my God.
I know.
But like you have to have. I feel like it's also hearing it really specifically. Like Australians have an accent, but then Kiwis, they always go up at the end.
I'm like on the bobby. No, see,
like,
I can't do it.
So like Shayla.
See, Shayla. Shayla.
But then like a Kiwi would be, we're probably going to cut this because I don't think I could do it. But like a Kiwi would be like, I went to the market and I got some delicious food and we're going to buy and maybe later we could go to a movie. And everything's like up, like it's a question. That was
movie?
really terrible.
see,
but like
that's
everything
awful.
goes up. Yeah.
All right, last question. What is your guilty pleasure?
Isn't it just so sweet? He's playing with his wee dandy
Oh,
doodle.
isn't that just so sweet? He's playing with his wee Jeanne Doble.
Sorry, I just really wanted to say that.
You just really wanted me to do it.
Professor Binky's like, we're moving on, and I'm like,
That's not.
and I'm like, not quite yet.
You know what? We have Irish in us, so I don't feel like that's offensive.
That's about as good as it gets, though, for me.
The only way Jessica could get me to do it is if she did it first.
I knew if I did it, you'd be like, hold my beer.
I'm like, here, hold it.
Okay, my guilty pleasure. I know this one. For
Okay,
me,
what is it?
It's watching the Kardashians.
See, that's so boring. I feel
But it's true.
you're yelling.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like yeah, there's TV guilty pleasures,
So
but like
what would it like?
I don't know. This question, we did prepare for this ahead of time.
Yeah, so
As
you're
in, like-
basically calling me out and saying my answer should be better.
No, I'm just saying, like, I even asked Gare, my husband, I was like, what is a guilty pleasure? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I mean, like, if it was a TV thing that people would think is weird, but I don't even think it's weird because it's all over YouTube. It's like, I love watching people go on trips to Disney World. Like, they vlog their Disney World
But
trip.
how is that guilty? How is that a guilty?
'Cause it's weird?
pleasure? No, that's just weird. That's not
Okay,
a guilty.
I have a
pleasure.
guilty pleasure that I don't want to admit.
Okay,
Okay, so I don't really have zits or anything, which we've covered.
covered.
But you get like a
Like your
blackhead, like the zit I had. But like you get blackheads in your skin, and I could spend hours just like examining my pores in a mirror and like pushing out a blackhead and stuff like that. Like making sure my skin is like clean.
Yeah,
it's weird. Is it gross? Should have not said that.
Well, I mean,
it's probably a lot. Either people, you know what your guilty pleasure is? Watching someone pop a zit.
Oh, that's true.
That is
100% true.
Also,
I will
you never
like...
have to feel bad because if you're like, I have a zit on my back and I need someone to pop it just because like, I'm here, I got it. I don't even know you and I got your zit. Like that's her guilty pleasure.
But it's funny because I've never watched I've seen a little
Pimple Popper, yes. Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, I've never really watched that, but I feel like if I
started, you would never stop.
That's what I feel like. Yeah, that's why I feel like I can't start because if I started, it would never end.
Also, a guilty pleasure that can't happen all the time because it requires a certain situation, peeling your skin after a sunburn.
Oh my God.
Like that would be a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
I don't sunburn, but you do,
weird,
and I peel your skin for you. I've done
weird,
that,
but it is like.
Do you remember us doing that
orgasmic.
in Florida? In the Lanai, where like one of us had a sunburn. We had it was like a full like back peel, like because it was so bad. I think it was your sunburn, and we had to like peel it off your back because it gets itchy because it's like your skin is shedding
like a iguana, and I'm shedding my.
Do iguana shed? Yeah,
I don't know.
Reptile,
like a reptile.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that all the questions?
I don't know if any of those were guilty pleasures, but it definitely was a fascinating conversation.
What would a guilty pleasure be?
I guess initially like the TV shows or something. That would be what you first think of.
Well, a guilty pleasure is something that like you
or
enjoy.
A meal that you shouldn't be eating.
Well, cake for
spying
breakfast.
on your neighbors. Things
Binky, what would you say my guilty pleasure is? Can you say it on the air?
We're going to move on to the third section.
No. We're coming back to this. What is your guilty pleasure then?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't share information on this show.
Oh yeah,
he's in the pod protection program.
I did forget about that. Sorry, I forgot my place. Yep. Okay. So, but what's mine? You can spill on me.
Yeah, I don't
know. What's kind of
he did when you said the pimple popper thing. He did this thing where he goes.
I do remember that. I mean, it's a weird thing. I didn't think it was a guilty pleasure, but I remember you telling me that a long time ago. And yeah, it's weird, but I don't know if it's guilty pleasure.
Well, she really enjoys
I guess
doing
so, yeah.
it.
I guess if you really enjoy it, I mean, if it makes you roll your eyes back, then I think it could be a guilty pleasure.
The thing that he hates is like when I do it to him, and he's like,
I don't have pimples either, so
no. I'm just saying if I'm like touching you, and then I'm rubbing a spot, and he's like, stop, leave it alone, stop. And I'm just like, I can't help myself.
I mean,
well, you gave it a shot.
Well, we tried. Tell us what your guilty pleasure is, so we can then correct ours.
Because I wish I hadn't shared. I wish I had. This is going to be the theme of the episode.
I think you're attracting a whole new crowd.
Kiki wishes she had never shared any of this information.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of guilty pleasures, did you watch like back in the day, America's Next Top Model?
I watched it. Yeah, but I think it aired in like 2003, right?
Yeah, like early 2000s. It's all a blur at this point.
Yeah, I did watch. I mean, like off and on. It's not like I was like religiously watching it where I'm like, okay, every episode and it comes on.
We were all counting on you.
I've seen, yeah.
The infamous like Tyra loses her shit.
Yeah, but so did you watch the behind the scenes or like the documentary that just came out?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, but what I found interesting, Tyra was like crazy. She's straight up crazy. But them explaining that she had been on I forgot she had been on a previous season. That girl.
Girl?
The girl that she's yelling at.
Oh.
She had been on a previous season. She got kicked off for fighting in a bar or something and then brought back. And she said she like mentored her behind the scenes before bringing her back again. And I'm like, well, I do understand.
That entitles her to yell at her?
No. I just understand. At first I was like, why are you yelling at her? Like you cannot be that invested in this girl. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
But it's like, tell me you need therapy without telling me you need therapy. You're like, this is what my mother did when she loved me.
She's like, my mom yells when she loves me. And I was like, oh,
no,
Lord.
You need to see somebody about that.
But did you know it became like, I didn't know until I saw the documentary that like people were like watching it again like during COVID.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was watching other stuff during COVID, but I had no idea that 2020, like all the Gen Zers watched it and they were like, is this really what it was like? Fat shaming. And we're like, yes, this is what it was like.
Going back to the guilty pleasures, I was just thinking, what was I watching in 2020? I was like, oh, Tiger King. And then like,
oh yeah.
And then what was the chimp show that came out? Like
I don't remember that.
Binks. Do you remember that chimp one? It was like chimp queen, or it was the lady who like adopted all the monkeys.
It was all the people like who make PETA mad.
Yes. Apparently those are my guilty pleasures.
Watching like people who piss off PETA.
Yes. I mean, I got so frustrated with, so it was interesting to see the documentary,
but
right?
also there was not a lot of reality TV at the time, right? So this was
I feel like it was
I understand the girls going in being like, I didn't know they were going to do all this stuff, because it's like, it wasn't a thing. Like now you would be like, do you live it under a rock? Of course that's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
But at the time, I could understand them being naive and thinking, oh, it's going to get me into the modeling world. Yeah. But also, like, I have such unpopular opinions about that show. Like, no one wants to hear that. It's so bad.
But what I was going to say is, like, I think the thing that was triggering for me the most is, like, the narrative over and over in the documentary of, like, that was the time.
Oh, well, she doesn't apologize for anything.
No, but they're
just like that was what was going on.
But that's what a lot of them said. It was like, you just have to understand that's how it was at the time, or that's what this was at the time, or that's what, that was what was acceptable. And I'm like, but I think you're completely like dismissing the fact that a lot of this stuff still exists.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it was like that at the time, but it's not mutually exclusive to that time period. It's still going on.
Yeah. And I think all of this, like heroin chic and saying that's how people feel about their bodies and things like that.
I would die to be heroin chic.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm that generation. I will never get that out of me.
So do you think that's why you wanted to do GLP-1?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to become heroin chic?
I still want to. I don't think I'll get there, but I'm like, oh, heroin chic, it's so great. Yeah, so...
You're like, I want to look like I should have ate a hamburger 2 weeks ago and I died yesterday.
Yeah, I want someone to look at me and be like, she's either dying of cancer or she's on GLP-1. I really hope it's GLP-1. And then I'm like... No, I'm dying. No, I'm just kidding. Like, so, I have so many issues.
So, full disclosure, both of us are on GLP-1.
We're both on GLP-1s. And I feel like, so we talked about talking about this.
Yeah.
In our, like, pre-planning episodes.
Yeah.
And I think I was the one who suggested it. Mm-hmm. I will say...
I was a little reticent.
And you were surprised that I was like, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, because that's a very non-Kiki thing to say.
Yeah, for me to be like, guess what, everybody? I'm going to air my dirty laundry and tell you everything about me. And the one thing that triggers all of my anxiety and stress, let's talk about it on the podcast.
I know. You're really surprising me with this podcast, because every time like we get in the car and you're like, oh, I want to talk about this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you right now?
She's like, this is... And I'm like, maybe it's because no one's listening. And then someday I'll look back and regret it, but it is what it is. Like, I have always been overweight. Always. When we were younger, Jessie was she's petite. She's shorter than me. She was tiny. She never had like an issue. I was not. I've always been chubby or chunky and fat, eventually like fatter. And so like, and I've always been on a diet my entire life. Like, I mean, like legitimate. Like, I don't think I've ever been someone who's just like, I'm going to eat this because I want it and not worry about it. Like, it's also, I'm sorry, the time that we grew up, like fat shaming was like a thing. Yeah. And it
wasn't even necessarily from strangers. Like,
yeah, no, it was, I had a friend that took me on vacation with her to the beach because she told me she didn't want to take her other friend who was skinny and would make her feel bad in a bathing suit.
Like, she literally said those words
to
out
my
loud.
face, word for word. Jesus. While we're at the beach. And I'm like,
oh my God.
I know. And I'm like, I mean, this is like, I have had some scarring from like being overweight.
I feel very fortunate that first off, let me say, I hate that you had that experience. And
I know.
It like kind of chokes me up.
We had very different high school experiences.
We did.
Jessica was popular.
No, I wasn't.
That's something a popular person says. She was very popular. She was adorable. She was tiny. She was just like living her best life. And I was like, I want to be invisible and get the hell out of here.
I hate that for you.
It's fine.
I really do. But the thing is,
builds character.
It does. You know what though? It really does. And I say that because I didn't struggle with weight issues until like after high school when I was in college, and I became depressed when I was in college.
And this is like early years when no one talked about being depressed or anxious.
Or what that looks like. And I remember having a breakdown getting ready for a baby shower, a friend's baby shower. Do you remember that? And
you don't have to say it, I don't remember.
I can't remember their name.
Was it a friend or like a family member?
Family.
Oh,
member.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And so, and they're like, how do you not know your family member's name?
Well, it's like
it's an extended
family member. Because I'm like, we didn't really have any at that age, anyone we knew who was pregnant.
Yeah. Because I'm like, 1920. But we live in the South, so everybody is. No, just kidding.
You said 1920. I'm like, the year was not 1920. No. 19 to 20 years old.
Less tangents. Okay. So, I remember having like this breakdown and was like, I can't go to this baby shower. And that's when I like had said to Mom, like, I'm not okay right now. Like, I know I'm not okay. I haven't been okay. I need help. Like, and my mom was wonderful about it. She was like, okay, let's get you to talk to someone. Like, what's going on?
I don't feel like we ever had stigma though in our sphere
family. No.
of like mental health, because we had a very anxious grandmother.
Yeah.
And so it's not like for I know there is a stigma. There still is. There was. But we just didn't personally know of any. We were like, I need to see somebody.
And I feel very fortunate in that way. But when one of the first medications that I started out on was Prozac.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it packed on the pounds.
Well, it messed up your body.
Not only did it pack on the pounds, but once I stopped it, it's not like the weight just came off. It changed how my body works and functions completely.
Yeah, it really
my body
does.
has never been
changed
the same
your body
since
chemistry.
then. Everything. I mean, and when you talk about being resilient, you're like, well, it made me resilient, and I'm like, yeah, it did make you resilient, because I feel like I had a lot of different struggles, because I went from someone who never had weight issues, who never had body issues, who didn't think in that kind of way, to someone who all of a sudden did, and just didn't know how to process and handle it.
I also had anxiety growing up. Like, I mean, from a young age, I would cry and not want to go to school. And like, my mom every morning would be like, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. So I have all these built-in like mechanisms for anxiety that you never had either. Yeah. That like, I'm like, this is what you have to do, because you have because she didn't want to medicate me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But like, so we've had different struggles with weight,
but we've both had weight struggles.
And so for me, like, I mean,
and to be honest, do you want to know the thing that got me to start GLP-1s?
What?
You losing weight.
Oh, shut up.
Not
I hate that.
You were losing weight, not on GLP-1s.
Yeah,
you were doing it the natural way.
And I feel like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you. I'm getting nervous. Okay, I'm going to be honest and tell you like my weight. I'm going to tell you my weight. Okay. I told Jessie I was going to say this, and she was like, I mean, she knows my weight, but I was like, I don't know that I can commit to that. I don't think you should. I feel like it's going to be freeing, because it's like, it is what it is. Like, I've always been fat. Like, it's not like a mystery. Like, people are like, I didn't know you were fat. Like, you're going to look at me and be like, that tracks. So I have always struggled, but one of my highest points in my life, I was 282. Okay. 282 pounds. Okay. And then, I've gone up and down, up and down. There have been times where I was up before and I went down. I've done Weight Watchers. I've done weight loss pills, contrary of different things that help. I've done Jenny Craig. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say I've done so many things. I was so excited when they came out with these drugs, because I was like, maybe this will be the thing. And I've also never been able to maintain a low weight for what I would consider for my body a lower weight. Now, I will say, I've always been told that I hide my weight well. Like, it distributes evenly.
I hate that.
I
like,
don't
you take
think
a great picture.
People don't necessarily, like, if they guess my weight, they'd guess a high number, but not as high as I am.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't. And when I tell them, or they find out, they're like, that's insane. I'm like, well, it's everyone's different. You can have someone who weighs less than you and looks bigger, someone who weighs more and looks thinner, because everybody's body is so different. Yeah. So I was like, I got really sick, and that's what started my weight loss this time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's when I had the bronchitis at Christmas time a couple years ago. I was so sick, and so sick, and I lost like 12 pounds. Wow. Because I was so sick. I couldn't swallow, I couldn't eat. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try to keep this going. And I lost on my own over a year, 40 pounds.
Wow.
And then,
but I noticed it, and that was the thing that made me be like, okay, I am struggling to do this myself. I need to ask for help.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think there's so much stigma around like using something to help you lose weight. I don't think there should be. Like they have commercials now for one of the like GLP-1s and they're like, oh, if you could take this pill to help you parallel park, would you do it? And they're like, yeah, would you do this pill if you could learn a foreign language? And they're like, sure, I would. So what's the problem in taking it to lose weight?
Because there's still that stigma attached to it.
But that's why there's so many things to talk about.
But then you find out that everybody is fucking on it.
I feel like this is going to be a longer episode. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, it's going to have to be longer because there's so many things. Because I want to talk about the stuff that nobody wants to talk about.
Okay, like?
So, like, yeah, I went on it then. Like, I lost the 40 pounds. I leveled out for 6 months.
You did that naturally.
Naturally, I lost 40 pounds. I leveled out. I gained a little bit back, so that's basically maintaining. Mm-hmm. And then you were on GLP-1s, and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. And I've lost more weight. So now I'm at the lowest I've ever been. I've lost 67 pounds, I think. So I'm at 215 pounds. And for me, that is like remarkable. That's the lowest I've ever been in my adult life.
Wow.
I've been here before and I immediately shot back up. Mm-hmm. So like for me, that is a huge deal. Like, what does it say though? That like your final goal is what somebody else's starting weight is. Because like I know people are like, oh, like 190. And I'm like, that I would kill to be 190. Like I want to get under 200 hardcore. Like for me, that would be amazing. Do you constantly feel like the drug isn't going to work anymore?
No.
You don't. I always do. I'm like, the drug's not working. Oh my God, this week I'm not going to lose any weight. I'm going to be fat. Oh my God,
I think that just like
it.
shows like just the like at core differences between you and me because you're like, it's not going to work or I'm going to get down and then I'm going to immediately gain it back.
I'm already expecting next week to be up because I'm at 215. I'm like, oh, I'm going back up now.
And I don't know. I just don't worry about those kind of things. That's just kind of like my personality. I don't know. So I've been on the drugs now for 10 months.
Yeah.
And I've lost 45 pounds.
That's so great. Now,
but I will tell you, and I've told you this before because I've been on them longer than you, that I've had like weeks and even a month where like I didn't really change weight.
Yeah, you like level out.
Yeah, and I just kind of like stayed the same. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay. Like I'm okay with that because I just trust the process. And I've never been a person who was like, I just want to go to the highest dose and lose the most. And like for me, it's always been, I want to take the lowest dose possible while still being able to lose weight because I want to have the least impact on my body.
Yeah. Now, I will say everybody
is different.
So one of the things you learn when you go on GLP-1s is everybody else is on GLP-1.
That is really annoying.
I'm going
to say that. It's really annoying.
Nobody wants to tell you. I bring it up and they're like, I'm on it too.
I say it's annoying in the fact that there's people I look at and I'm like,
you don't need to be on it.
Yes. And I'm like, like you were just saying, like your high weight would be my goal weight.
But
and
also, I'm like, but even more extreme, like there are people where I'm like, the biggest compliment I could give you is that you should not be on GLP-1s, right? Mm-hmm. And there are people who take it to lose 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. That is insane to me. I'm like 10 pounds. I'm trying to lose 60, 70, 8, like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never going to win. Even the skinny people are getting skinny. I'm always going to be fatter. I will never be able to be the skinniest bitch in a room. Like it's never going to happen. But I mean, I feel like, so there are different, we're both on Zepbound.
Mm-hmm. There's different ones out there.
I wanted you really quick to just talk about like the kind of core difference between like Zepbound and like maybe like what Wegovy or something like that.
Yeah, I think when people think GLP-1s, they think they're all the same, right? And they're not. So there's like Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy. And so Ozempic and Wegovy are the same drug.
Yeah.
They have just they've gone through clinical trials for different purposes. So one's to help control diabetes and the other one's to help with weight loss. And so through the initial studies, they found that, hey, if I take this GLP-1, I also lose weight. And so we're on Zepbound. It is a little bit different. And the big core difference between that and the ones I just mentioned is that it has 2 agonists versus 1 agonist. And so people are like, what the heck did Jessica just say? And so, and I did not say antagonist. I said an agonist.
Yeah.
And so an agonist is a substance that binds to a cell receptor and basically activates a biological response.
Like,
so you think that I take this drug, it connects with the cell receptor and it turns on this biological response. And so the difference between the one that we take and these other ones is that there's two agonists. So there's two things being turned on. The first is that making you feel full and slowing your digestion.
Yeah.
The second component of it is helping you regulate your blood sugar. And that is why in clinical trials, people have seen that Zepbound actually produces more weight loss.
That's a part of Zepbound. I'm sorry if you heard that. I'm so sorry.
But that's, one of the reasons that people on Zepbound have had more weight loss, because they have two agonists working to help support their body's metabolic process.
It has been proven. I mean, there's always a stigma that like if you can't lose weight or you're fat, you're lazy and stuff. It's like, no, it's actually been medically proven now that not everybody's body works how it's supposed to and efficiently. Like you say, like, oh, if you're on Synthroid, it's because your body,
because my thyroid is not naturally doesn't work producing enough of that hormone, and so I have to take Synthroid to make my thyroid work more effectively.
And so it's the same thing with this, and like it's like my body is finally actually working how other people like I watch these skinny people eat like a freaking chimichanga, and I'm like, how are you eating that? I had like dry lettuce, and they're like tiny. It's because their body works. And I'm not saying you can eat whatever you want. I'm just saying like you can eat. Like I eat an apple. I'm like, I had a doctor one time tell me, he's like, what are you eating? I'm like, broccoli. And he's like, broccoli has calories too. And
Did
I'm
you
like,
want to just like kick him in the
nuts?
I
wanted to strangle the motherfucker. I was like, how dare you?
You're like, how much broccoli would I have to eat
to gain weight? That's insane.
You're like, all right, white man. Like,
I'm like,
I don't need you to mansplain.
I don't go to that doctor.
Calories
I don't go to that doctor anymore. I'm like, whatever, dude. No, but it's just
so that's at the core how the meds work.
Yeah, and so we're on the Zepbound.
We're on Zepbound.
I mean, our dad's on it as well. He has had.
We just outed you, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he cares.
I really don't.
He's
think
had
he cares
insane
either.
success. Like he texted me today, and he was like, "I've lost 69 pounds in 33 weeks." That's amazing. I mean, that is insane to me. How fast that average is like 2 pounds a week.
Also, I'm really trying to like be a grown up and be excited and be excited for him, but it's like really hard for me because I'm like, you have been on this a fraction of the time that I have.
He's a man.
You've lost more than I have. Like 20. How much has he lost? 69?
69 pounds.
So he has lost like basically 25 pounds more than me.
It's amazing.
In half the time, and he has zero side effects. Like zero side effects.
Oh, zero. Like so.
I will say we've been fortunate. We haven't had many side effects.
Yeah, I would say for us, like side effects are so because your digestion slows, you're burping more. Like you burp, and you can have nausea. I mean, nausea is just like a thing with the shot.
Yeah.
We're on the shot version. We haven't obviously because the pills of different things
still new
came out. So we both have that.
Zofran becomes
take Zofran.
Your best friend.
I took a Zofran this morning.
I took one before the show.
I felt so nauseous, and I took it, and it's like a medical miracle. I'm like, I feel so much better. It does make you burp, though.
It does.
Because
you feel amazing.
Clearing everything out, but you feel good. So we both had that. And
I will say people say they have trouble with bowel movements. I feel like I've been very fortunate to I
haven't really had too much trouble.
I will say I stay on top of like fiber and making sure I'm drinking enough water and things like that. So our doctor told us about that.
Yeah,
so
he was
we've
like,
both been very proactive.
Yeah.
And I think that's helped. I know a lot of people have talked about thinning hair. I haven't felt that.
I also know that they say though, if you like make sure you intake enough like protein
and calories,
you
still have to eat.
Shouldn't really. I think it also just depends on your natural biology because some people are gonna be predisposed to that.
Yeah.
So I haven't had that issue at all.
The other thing that I had when I was going up on the meds, because we're both on the 7.5 milligram dose, is tiredness, or lethargy, like
fatigue.
Just feeling. Yeah, there we go. That's a better word for it. Fatigue. Just feeling tired.
Yeah, you can have extreme fatigue. Now, I will say all of these like side effects for us, like they'll come and go.
Yeah,
like you level out. Like I had mass fatigue for like a 2-week period where I felt like I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything. Like I was out of bed, but I was worried. I was like, I got to go to the doctor, not thinking it was Zepbound. I was like, something's wrong with me. And then I was like, oh, duh, it's Zepbound. Like, I'm so tired. And then it passed and I felt so much better.
I actually had really bad anxiety.
Oh.
Like so much so that like when I went up to like the 0.5 dose, I was on it for 2 months and I went back down to the 2.5 dose for 3 months after that because my anxiety spiked so bad that I felt like I was coming out of my skin. And I told my doctor, I was like, it's not worth it. Like I'm happy I'm losing weight, but I can't sacrifice like my mental health for my weight.
Yeah, if you're not functioning as a person, it's not worth it.
And he was like, I'm telling you, it will get better. Like, the longer you're on it, like, it will balance out. And I was like, I believe you, but like, I'm not okay right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, well, let's go back down and try that for, a time and see how you're feeling. And then we'll go back up. And so I went back down. I continued to lose weight at the lowest dose.
Yeah.
And then after about 3 months, I was like, all right, I feel like I'm ready to try it again.
Yeah.
And when I went back up, I had no more problems.
Yeah, you were
like
fine.
It was smooth sailing. And then I will say, when I went up to this next dose, I haven't really had problems either. And so I think for me, it's a little bit of, I think the longer I'm on that dose, the less likely I am to have a reaction when I go up a dose, because it's like my body has adjusted, and my body has always been very sensitive to medicine.
Oh, our family's like, not dad, but like the women in our family, mom, like we all are very sensitive to medication. But see, some people's doctors, like I've talked to different people. I'm not outing anyone on the podcast, so don't worry don't like be sweating if you're listening. You're fine.
No, you sweat. I don't want you to be nervous.
You sweat. No, so like some people I know, their doctor had them go up immediately, like every month or whatever. It was like next dose, higher.
I can't imagine that. I really can't.
Our doctor was like, I'm going to start you on a sub dose, right? So like for Zepbound, they did like 5, 15. Is it?
You
5?
mean talking about Ozempic or Wegovy?
No, I'm talking about like us, like
when they did the clinical trials.
Like when they do the clinical trials, they only do they study 5 and
they did 5, 10, and 15.
5, 10,
and
15.
Then,
but like there are in between doses to like step you up, and so we actually started on 2.5, which is like a sub dose, and we had weight loss
like a
with
loading
that.
dose.
So he's like, if you're losing weight on this dose, I'm keeping you on it until you need to go up.
But they've also said that that's why they think that people have had less side effects. Well, one is the 2 agonists versus the 1, but then also because there's these like mid increases
helping you go up.
Yeah, exactly. So you're having less of a jump between doses.
I mean, I know some people that say they do it through row, and they basically like microdose themselves. Yeah, so like microdosing as in like they'll get, I don't know, a 6 month or however many or a month, and then they're like slowly administering it to themselves.
Okay.
Now that
I would never recommend that.
No, I wouldn't.
Way.
And we are not doctors. We're not telling you this is appropriate. I'm just telling you what people are doing. But see, Jessie, yours is covered
I'm
by...
not in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. Jessie, your stuff is covered by insurance.
It is. So mine is covered by insurance, and I only pay $50 a month.
That's amazing.
Very fortunate.
And you have the kind where you just like...
They send me or actually I pick up from the pharmacy this pack, and it's got 4 pre-filled like pens is what I call it, air quotes pens.
Yeah, you just stick it like an EpiPen in your leg.
Yeah, and it's like you put it next to your skin, you press the button, and it automatically injects you.
Yeah, so like my insurance is not covered. I'm on like the exchange because I work for myself, so my insurance is not great, even though I pay an insane amount of money. And so I go directly through Eli Lilly. This is not sponsored. I wish they would. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'd make it so much cheaper. So it's so expensive. I mean, Dad pays for mine. I could not.
How much is it?
It's so depending on your dose, and they have lowered the prices since they've come out with the pills because it's like competition.
Yeah,
but I think the lowest dose is like $350 or $375 for a month worth.
I feel
and
like
they
that's
give you,
not as bad as some I've heard. Like
and. The dose I'm on now is like $450, and it was like $500, and that's for a month's worth. Like, and I know that sounds insane. I obviously could not afford to do that without the support of my dad paying for it. Like, and he was like, I know you want to do this. You know, he's always struggled on his weight too. He's like, I know that this means a lot to you. Let's do it. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, it's like the best thing ever. But mine comes with like a little, like you have to do the needle.
Yours comes with vials and needles.
And you have to like fill it, flick the needle, inject it into your leg. Like some people, I didn't realize how many people are weirded out by having to inject themselves with a needle.
Really?
Yeah, apparently that's why a lot of people don't go on these drugs. Even like your version, they don't want to stick a needle in their leg.
But it's like the tiniest needle.
You don't feel it.
The first time I did it,
I'm telling you, you can do it.
I do it like I shoot it right now. I shoot it. I sound
rub
weird.
it on your nose.
I shoot it in my thigh right now. But you can also do it in your
tummy.
stomach. the first time I did it in my tummy, and I honestly didn't even feel it.
You were like, did it work?
I know. I was like, did I actually do it? Like, I was like,
I would
did this
say
work?
you feel it less on the version you have, because mine, you're sticking a real needle and you're like, but like if you squeeze like the fat wherever you're doing it and you stick it in, you're not going to feel it. It really is.
They
not
are
that big a
the
deal.
tiniest little needles.
I feel like if you don't want it enough.
Well, I mean, there's probably some truth to that.
I'm like, tell me what I got to do. Do I got to do 15 needles a day? I'll do it. Like, I want it. I'm like, you're just not wanting this bad enough because I'll do it. But it's expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive. But like, I think there's more affordable versions through like Row and stuff, because when you do it through Row, you're getting like the needle and the vial, which is why people are changing how they give it to themselves.
So, like, what's something that really surprised you about being on this drug?
Well, that everybody's on it. Like, seriously, everybody is on it. Like, so many people.
I think for me, the biggest surprise was like when I heard people talk about food noise, I didn't really understand what that meant.
Yeah.
And when I started it, I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. And like the only way that I can describe it is you have to do it. No, I'm just kidding.
You just have to get the drug.
You just have to get the shot. No, the way I can describe it is like food noise to me was like I would be thinking about, oh, what am I going to have for dinner? Or I'm kind of hungry, or what did I eat? Like food was always kind of like constantly in the background, even if I wasn't eating.
It's like you don't even care anymore.
That's it. It's like the volume on hunger gets turned to nothing.
I know, because
and then
it's like you don't even. You're like, it's not even on my radar.
Yeah, it's not on your radar. But I will say it's dangerous in the sense of like
you have to eat.
Do have to eat because you will get sick. And and I remember the doctor saying to me, like when I first started, he was like, you're gonna have no food noise, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
You're like, okay,
and
great.
He's like, and you're not gonna want to eat. You have to eat.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to eat,
because like it is different on everybody. Some people don't have it. Like you should have hunger. Hunger will come back, but like for me, for the most part, when I'm first on the shot every week, like I have no hunger.
Yeah,
and so I have to make myself eat because I could go all day and never eat. But then you would start to feel
that's
sick. So unhealthy, because then you're also going to feel fatigue from that, and you're going to be sick, and you're going to have all these side effects. So you do have to eat.
And I remember, like our doctor said to me, he's like, your goal is not to not be hungry. Your goal is to have hunger when it's time to be hungry, but that you're not so hungry that you can't make good choices.
Yeah, like you need to be able to emotionally manage your hunger feelings.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so the idea here is like you should be hungry when it's time to be hungry, but you're not hungry all the time.
Yeah.
And when you're hungry, you are in control so you can make better choices.
That's a great, you need
and
to
I
be
think
in control.
that is like a really great way of saying how you should, in an ideal situation, be on these drugs.
I will say the other thing that surprised me, like, is I didn't think I was going to worry about, like, it wasn't on my radar, but like looking older.
Really?
Well, there's a lot of people that they lose weight and they look older. Now, I think it depends on your age too. But like,
well,
I used to, I would have never thought that was something I would worry about. I will say I'm always told I look younger than I am. But also sometimes when you have like a chubbier face, or however you want to describe it, you can look more youthful than like a slendered out person. And so I'm like, oh God, am I going to start to look like older now because I'm losing weight? Like I'm weirded out by it.
I think one of the hardest things for me has been that, and this is going to sound really kind of snotty in some ways, and I don't mean it to be, but like I've lost 45 pounds. And nobody has said anything.
Oh my God, nobody says anything.
And honestly, I can't say nobody. My husband constantly praises me and says, like, you're doing so great. Keep going.
Work husband noticed. Tommy, your work husband.
Work husband. My real husband and my work husband are the only, like, two people that are in my, like, daily, like, world that have said something to me. And honestly, the first person who ever said anything to me that wasn't my husband was my father-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked in and he saw me and he was like, oh my God, you look so great. You've lost weight. And it got me like choked up. And I was like, you're the first person to say something to me. And he kind of like paused and he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. And
No,
I was like,
it.
no, you don't understand. I've been working so hard.
Yeah, you want to.
And nobody has said anything. And
I think people feel awkward and they don't know like how to say it and they don't want to offend you. But I think even if you just say to somebody, you look great.
Yeah.
Like I just said that to me and I was like, I appreciated it. But I will tell you, I've had it before where I've lost 80 pounds and I've seen people like, I went somewhere for a trade show, lost 80 pounds, went back. Only one person noticed and said anything. People's minds, they adjust to what you look like. And they're like, well, you've always kind of looked like this. Even me with Dad, like I looked at a picture of him from before the 69 pounds and I was like, I would not have told you he looked like that.
Yeah, but when you see Dad now, you're like, it's noticeable that
yeah, it's noticeable
weight.
He's lost weight.
Yeah.
But people just don't want to say anything. I think they find it offensive.
I don't know.
Like to say something.
I feel like there's multiple people that I've been like, you look great. And then they've said, oh, thanks, I've done this or I've done that or I've, but like I said, that was one of the most surprising things for me is that nobody has really said anything.
Yeah, nobody says anything. But it's like, tell me you've lost weight without telling me you've lost weight. Like all of my denim jackets are 3 sizes too big.
Because
I don't have any jackets that fit.
So one of the other things that surprised me is, and I've told you this, like surprised at how long I could wear the same clothes.
Now, I do think it depends on your starting weight.
Yes.
Because when you're smaller, every 8 to 10 pounds is such a big impact. But when you're bigger, you have, like, I can lose 30 pounds and wear the same stuff. And you're like, oh, it's how it should have looked.
I mean, honestly, it was like 30, 35 pounds that
it was.
I lost, and I was like, how am I still
wearing the same stuff?
These same things. And then all of a sudden, it's like it started making a difference.
Yeah,
and
for
then
me,
it started
was
looking
this
really big.
The last, like, 25 pounds I've gone down like 2 sizes. And I like just went shopping for new clothes.
How did that feel?
It felt so good. Like so we had said we were in Savannah and we were in Savannah and they had like a Gap factory and I was like, oh my God, I need to go look because I'm wearing things that are too big. The only thing I've bought smaller was like leggings and then I'm wearing everything oversized like on my top and I'm like, I need something going into the warmer weather that I can wear until I reach like a final weight loss. And so I went and I got to get like shorts and shirts and of course I pulled 3 sizes bigger than what I thought I was because I was like, and Mom was with me and she was like, okay, you need like this size. And I'm like, no, get like the 35. I definitely need that. And she was like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. I'm like, 30, I need that. And she was like, okay. And she got like all the sizes. And of course they were all like giant and I had to be like sizes smaller. But it felt really good, but it also feels like surreal. And I look at other people and I'm like, they're wearing the same size as me and they look so much smaller than me. It's like, I definitely have body dysmorphia.
We both recently had to do big closet purchases.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had so many things. Well, and it's like, it's deceptive, right? Because you're like, oh, I've got a closet and I've got all these clothes. But then you're like, no,
you can't
I really
wear any of it.
Can't because they're all too big. And then there is this hard part where you're like, oh, it's great. I can't wear this anymore.
Save your fat clothes.
And I have no qualms with that. I'm like, they need to all go.
She comes over and she's like, get rid of this. You don't need it. And I'm like, I have a couple of things where I'm like, I need this because if I do gain weight back, I need this shirt. I need this chambray shirt.
And I'm like, nope, no safety net. Pull the trigger.
Yeah. But if you're someone who's been bigger and you used to have trouble finding clothes to wear, even though plus size is like everywhere, like, you feel like, well, what if I get back there and I can't find clothes? So then I don't want to give it up.
Like you feel like panic over the idea.
Yeah. Like panic, like telling the world how much you weigh. Yeah. On that note. So like, I hope that we answered questions that you want to know that people won't tell you or you don't want to ask.
Yeah. And
like, that was my goal.
That's your goal. My goal is to say that if you see someone and you just think they look great,
tell them
whether they've lost weight or not.
It doesn't matter.
Like if they look cute, tell them they look cute.
People always want a compliment.
Looks happy, like tell them they look happy because I feel like, God, I would just kill for someone to be like, you just look great today. Like you look great.
I'll tell you, it's so true because I would never normally, but like we were at the grocery store the other day and like I've said, I don't wear makeup like when I go out normally. And so I didn't have makeup on. I had like a sweatshirt on, leggings, and I was like, whatever. And I had a random guy tell me that I had gorgeous eyes and I didn't have makeup on and I'm blonde. And so my eyelashes are like non-existent. They're very long, but they're blonde. So you cannot, it looks like I'm pasty and my eyebrows are light. My hair is white. I'm like a pasty blob. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing because I don't even have makeup on. It was like the best compliment I could have ever received.
Whatever. Your first thought was, liar!
It was. My first thought was like, oh, my first thought was he was very shy. And he said, I just want to see you have gorgeous eyes. And I thought, your therapist told you to find the most non-threatening girl and to give her a compliment to prove that it's not painful. And he was like, I'll pick that fatty over there.
And then...
and I was like...
And then your mother said...
And I told Mom, and she was like, you don't even have makeup on.
And you're like, and that's where this started.
I was like, well, that's the first thing I thought too. But I'm going to take the win. I'm going to take it because Jessica would say, take it. So I'm taking it.
I would be like, thank you.
No, you would have said, I know. And things I know.
Things I know.
So I was like, I'll take it. I'll take the win.
That's why I'm like, why is anybody saying I look good? Damn, I look good.
You do look good. People just
no,
don't know
I
what
just
to
look
say.
better than I did.
You looked good then, and you look great now.
Love you for
Oh my
saying
God,
that.
I know.
Oh my God, love you. All right.
I think that's it. I can't talk about being. I mean, I could talk about being fat forever.
We could probably talk about being fat for like 3 episodes, but people are going to be like,
People
all
are
right,
like,
let's move
okay,
on.
I get it. You're fat. Can we talk about something else?
I think that's all for now.
All right. Bye. Bye.